Hello again, Vanessa here from Envision, and we're going to start our August webinar. So a warm welcome from Envision and today, Aira. Very exciting. So just before we get started, because it is an exciting time for all of us, I'm just going to cover off a few points and then I'm going to pass you straight on to the speakers. First of all, just some housekeeping that the webinar is being recorded and is being streamed live on YouTube. We will share the recording of that with yourselves and everyone who registered today as well as it being available, of course, on our community channels and socials. I know many of you have got questions, which is what we want. So you can do that in a number of ways. You can ask questions by using the Q&A window in Zoom, or the raise hand function, also in Zoom, and we will answer those questions and come to as many of you as we can in the Q&A session, which is towards the end of the webinar. If you're joining us from YouTube, you can also ask questions in the chat function. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to our guests today. So we have quite a lineup. I've already introduced myself. I'm Vanessa, CMO at Envision, and then from our team as well, Karthik Mahadevan, who's co-founder and CEO with Karthik Kannan, also co-founder and our CTO, and then also from the team from Aira. Give me 1 second. Thank you. Troy Attilio, who's CEO from Aira. Vinu, forgive me if I pronounce your last name wrong, Vinu, but it's Somayeja, who's the CTO from Aira. He's actually in commute at the moment, so he'll be joining us if he can. And then our very special guest today is actually one of our favorite envisioners and an Aira explorer as well, is Farham Dustar. And Farham works at booking.com, is based here in the Netherlands. And he is in the enviable position of having Aira on his Envision glasses. So let me just pass over now then. I'm going to introduce Karthik Kannan to talk to us a little bit about this big news today and talk us through what's new on the Envision glasses. Thanks, Karthik.
Thank you, Vanessa. So, all right. Thank you, Vanessa. Thanks for introducing me. So, ever since we went ahead and built the Envision glasses, or ever since we first started building the Envision glasses, one of the things that we've always been looking forward to was to make this into a platform that, allows us one day to support other third-party apps just as well, just as, Envision's own feature. So that, when people actually make a purchase of a pair of Envision glasses, they not just get Envision's own features, but also, other really, I would say useful apps that people in the community have come to love and use heavily. So it was meant to be a platform right from the beginning. Of course, we started development of the Envision glasses itself, and one of the first, apps that came up as suggestions has been Aira. It's been extremely popular in the community and much loved as well. And anyone who's, used Aira and used the Envision glasses have always been talking about bringing the two together, and that's what we've been able to do this month. So Envision, so Aira is now available as an app to use on the Envision glasses, and anyone who owns a pair of Envision glasses can just update to version 1.8.0 and actually be able to make Aira calls completely hands-free using the Envision glasses. So I have a pair of Envision glasses with me here today. I'm wearing one right now, and I have, I'm on the latest 1.8.0 update. I've connected the glasses to a speaker, so you'll be able to hear the output of the glasses, and I'm going to go ahead and make a call to an Aira agent. So when you first get your pair of Envision glasses or update to this particular version, you do have to go ahead and, connect your Aira account to your Envision glasses. We made a really nice video about how to do this, and we also have instructions on how to do this on our website as well. So I'm going to skip that part and go straight to the good part, which is actually being able to make Aira calls hands-free. So what I would do is I just navigate to call an Aira agent. So you can do that via touch, like how you normally navigate through the glasses, or you can also use voice commands as well to go ahead and call an Aira agent. I'm going to just navigate to the Aira menu and then just, make a call directly from there.
Home. Read. Call. Call an ally. Call an Aira agent. Connecting to an Aira agent.
Hi, Alexandra.
Hi, Kartik. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. And this is a really, really special Aira call because, we're doing a webinar for the very first time with Aira and Envision together. So would you like to say hi to all the participants of the webinar?
Hello, webinar participants. I'm Alexandra.
Awesome. So Alexandra, could you just, tell us a little bit about what you see in front of you and, how the audio and the video quality is?
Absolutely. Okay, it looks like we are in maybe a conference room in a larger office area. I see two people sitting across from you. Hello. Thank you for the wave. And I see a colorful tapestry behind them. And I can also see your computer screen in front of you, Kartik. I can see 5 participants in the call at the moment, including maybe Troy.
Yes, it is, Troy. So nice to talk to you, Alexandra. So I just wanted to go ahead and demo the call live, and I'm glad that it went well. So I'm just going to end the call right there, and then take what I get and move on. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for calling Aira.
All right. So that's basically how you make calls.
Call an Aira agent. Home.
All right, so that's how you make calls using the Envision glasses to the Aira service. And of course, what you see with this update is definitely just the beginning. We have a whole bunch of exciting updates planned to bring all the functionality of Aira that you currently have on your smartphone to the Envision glasses throughout the next few updates. So we'll definitely keep you posted. So if you own a pair of Envision glasses, please go ahead and update to the latest version 1.8.0. And before I forget, we also have a special perk for people who are users of the Envision glasses. So if you go ahead and connect your Envision glasses to your Aira account after you get the update, you are eligible to get 200 minutes of Aira calls free. It's a one-time offer that Aira is offering. So super thanks to Aira for that. And please go ahead and update to the latest version. And if you don't own a pair of Envision glasses, we would love to go ahead and show you its many possibilities. So you can always go ahead and request a free demo of the glasses from us. More information towards the end of the webinar. Thank you so much. Over to you, Vanessa.
Hi, can you hear me okay? Cool. I just want to introduce now Troy. And Troy, maybe you can give us a perspective from Aira on what this partnership means for you and, of course, for all the explorers out there.
Well, first off, thanks, Vanessa. Thanks, Karthik, for having me on. And to all the explorers out there, hello, and to all the Envisioneers who haven't yet tried Aira. This is a really important day. And a very exciting day because, in our history at Aira, I think some of you know, we started off as a glass company. And, we started with Google Glass. But when I look at what is being provided today, it is the best of both worlds. The AI that is on Envision is pretty tremendous. In fact, I'm going to put on my pair of Envision glasses so I can look as cool as Karthik looks right now wearing his. I've been trying these out myself, and they're pretty fascinating. And we're really combining the best of what we call visual interpreting with the very powerful AI that's on Envision. So this is kind of a new level. And I think the thing I am most excited about is really to see where the customers go with it. One thing I've learned in this environment, in this industry in particular, is that the ability for humans to adapt is I think one of the most exciting things about working at a company like Aira, probably at Envision, because you can produce something and then it's really what do your customers do with it. So as excited as I am today about the fact these two products have come together, I'm also anticipating that we're going to learn some things that we just didn't imagine when you bring these two powerful things together. So hope everyone knows how excited I am, how excited the Aira agents are, how excited the Aira staff is about this new journey.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Troy. Cool. Well, listen, we're going through here. We're going to make some good time at the end for questions with everybody who's joined us today. But now I would really like to ask Kartik, our CEO, I'm pointing at him, but obviously he could be anywhere on your screen. He's on my left. And have a nice question with Farham today, and maybe have some questions about what it's like being an envisioner and an explorer together. So I'm going to hand over to you guys now.
All right, Vanessa, thank you so much. This has been a very exciting partnership for us, and in just a couple of days of this being out, we're getting tremendous your feedback and love from users all over the world. And with that, I would like to invite Farham, who has been a tester of the Aira app on the Envision glasses. He has been crucial in offering a lot of early feedback that has gone into building this feature. So Farham, super happy to have you on this call. Maybe just start with a quick introduction about yourself and what you do before we jump into the questions.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Parham. I'm originally from Iran. I relocated to the Netherlands 6 years ago as an expat. I now lead the accessibility team at Booking.com, where we're basically working on features to make sure that everyone can book great travels all over the world.
Awesome. And Parham, you have been an Envision Glasses user for a while. So you've been using the AI functions that it has for a while. But I think the thing that and I remember this because since the very early days of your beta testing, one of the requests that you had was to include Aira on these glasses because you believe that will be something that will really improve. Can you maybe explain what is the reason you felt that a combination of Aira on something like Envision glasses was something that you think you needed to begin with?
Yeah, so that's a really great question. And I think the really funny thing is that the reason I was smiling is when I was making those suggestions and requests, I wasn't even an Aira explorer at the time. I have been using Aira for a very short time, like 3-4 months, because I have a team member who's from the UK, and I've asked her to give me her phone number so that I could register. So I've been catching on very quickly to Aira, but I'm a very new user. And I think the reason I was always asking for Aira on the glasses way before I even was an explorer was that the AI is really great for reading things, for basically helping you very quickly on tasks that it does well. But there are also, I guess, shortcomings to any computer system. And I think that's why a human can always use the human context to provide more information contextually. And I think a human and an AI both have their good points and their not so good points. And that's why I'm really excited to have Aira on the Envision glasses, because I think when you couple them together, they complement each other really well. Like having to call Aira to read a piece of paper, I might have to wait in a queue for a while to get an agent. But now with Envision being able to read that piece of paper for me anyway, I don't have to wait for an agent for that, but I do need to wait for an agent when I want to, for example, work with a touchscreen device, and I don't know where the buttons are because no AI can tell me where to position my finger. Well, not today.
Awesome, interesting. And can you maybe sort of like walk us through some of like use cases that you have explored with the combination of Aira on the Envision glasses? Like, are there stuff that now you are able to do that you were not able to do as effectively before?
Yeah, so for me, the really interesting things were things that required two hands. Cooking comes to mind. I heard about the Traeger barbecue on a podcast, and I went and bought one, and it's a really cool barbecue. But that has got me a lot into cooking. And then I'm watching YouTube videos where they're like, so you cut this piece of meat like this, and I'm like what exactly? And then it would be really great if someone could watch me do it and watch the video and help me compare. And those were things that were impossible to do with the phone. And we being in Europe, we also don't have necessarily access to a chest harness sometimes, or a lanyard that people actually talk about. A lot of these are geared toward American or Canadian consumers. So as soon as I got the Envision glasses, at like having the Aira feature on them, I started cooking all of those recipes and asking agents to help me take pictures and put them on Instagram and stuff like that. And my Instagram account was empty before that day. But so things like cooking or maintaining household furniture. So like, for example, I have a coffee machine that you need to oil because the brew group gets really dry after a while. And then imagine holding your phone while you're trying to squirt oil into a brew group with the other. That's, I wouldn't be touching my phone for a while. So being able to do that stuff hands-free has been really nice. And I've been able to kind of like do things that I had to previously ask, like wait for weeks to have a friend over and ask them to kind of help me with.
Awesome, incredible. All right. And were there also any sort of surprising use cases of the Aira on Envision glasses, like something that you didn't anticipate, but you were very much surprised, by that you were able to do with this combination?
Yeah, I think theoretically there were talks about how a trained agent can actually get stuff done much more quickly. So one day I decided to test out. There's this company called My Muesli here in the Netherlands that sends you mueslis, or what do you call them, granolas. And then because they had a high shipping fee, I had to order a lot of different kinds of granola for them to ship it all the way here. So I had at some point I had something like 12 containers of granola, and I was like, should I just do the barcode scanning or the read this with the AI? And I was like, well, let me just actually call Aira and see how long it actually takes, like which one's faster for larger workloads, because for smaller ones I know that the just taking a picture with an AI would be faster. But I was curious, what happens when you have 12? And then when I was actually talking to an agent, it actually took something like 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that, which was insane. And you may know that Aira actually offers 5 minutes of free calls, so I didn't even pay any minutes for me going through 12 I guess containers to know what they are. And that was a really good way to see for myself in real life how well an agent can actually help you finish tasks really quickly.
Awesome. That sounds incredible.
Now you have to come over to help me eat all this stuff.
Always open to eating invitation. And do you also see use cases of this at the workplace? With your work with the Booking.com, do you see so are there elements of this combination that's also helping you do your job more effectively?
Yeah. I think before I got the Aira desktop, it was really easy to point my glasses. I would need to kind of do some head positioning and stuff like that, because at that time I remember they weren't able to get as good of a high quality picture as they do now. So it was a little bit hard in the beginning, but when I wanted to actually get a good picture of my screen so that someone could explain what's going on, or take a photo of a team viewer screen so that they could put in the ID and the password and stuff like that, it was really helpful to use that stuff in a work context. One thing that I haven't been able to do, but I'm really looking forward to doing, is finding meeting rooms. Booking has something like, Booking used to have like 20 offices. Now I think we're down to like 4 or 5 in Amsterdam, and they are huge, and they have many meeting rooms. And one of the problems that I always had is everyone booking a meeting room and me not knowing which floor it was on. There's like 6 floors worth of meeting rooms, and then how do I even find those meeting rooms? And then I would be sometimes using my glasses in the past to find them, but then that kind of assumes I know where the name of the rooms actually are. And something that I'm really looking forward to in the context of my work is being able to kind of walk around the booking campus that's being built, or the booking offices, and getting around a lot more independently in really big offices and stuff like this. So it's more of a physical thing, not really a digital thing. But I think also cases like this, where you don't really need location access, where an agent can just look through your camera and help you with that, are really great use cases, especially when you have a white cane.
Gotcha. Incredible. All right. Before we open up the Q&A from the audience, just a final question. So if there are people in the audience, or people who are listening to this, and if they're on the fence about purchasing Envision glasses to start using Aira, if you had to sort of like describe it to them in a one sentence.
Wow.
So I would like to know how you would do it. If somebody was asking you for your recommendation, how would you do it in a sentence?
Yeah, I think if someone has been using Aira, they always get to this point of, I'd love to use this hands-free, and Envision is at the very least a solution for that. And you're also getting a lot of other stuff for free, which is all the AI-powered things like being able to read things, being able to recognize a face in a group. These are the ones that I use a lot. And also being able to call someone specific that you know. Maybe you sometimes don't need to call an agent, and you have like a family member or a friend who knows a lot about the specific thing that you're trying to do. And that's also something that Envision allows, that I don't hear people talk about often, is being able to call someone very specific that you trust with something. And then these are things that I think with Aira, I think Envision is a no-brainer.
Awesome. Thank you, Parham. That was incredible to answer all the questions. We'll open the Q&A, and if there are people in the audience who have a question that they also want to ask to like Parham about his experience, that's also possible. And maybe I just to add to what many of you are still on the fence about wanting to make a purchase, you can avail a 10% off on purchase of these glasses by making a call to an Aira agent, or by making a call to the customer care. And if you do make a purchase of this through Aira, you will actually get a 10% off on the purchase of these glasses. If any of you are on the fence, that might be just the little extra push that you might need. And with that, I will open up the Q&A. I see a flood of the questions already. So there are sort of like 2 ways to ask us a question. You can either put it in the Q&A option within Zoom, or there is a raise hand a function as well. So if you want to ask a question in person, just raise your hand, and we'll add you as a panelist, and you can ask a question to any of us in a direct way. So these are the 2 options that you have. I'm going to first go through some of the questions we have in the Q&A before we invite somebody on the panel. I have a question from David Achar, and he says, are there any plans to upgrade the hardware to have stereo sound? David, if you probably are not aware, but Envision builds their software on top of the Google Glass Edition 2. So the hardware is actually a Google's hardware, and Envision is purely a software company. So we don't have that much of control over the hardware aspect of it. But if there is any upgrade to the hardware that includes stereo sound, we'll definitely let you know. It is possible to hook up a Bluetooth or like headphones or a pair of like stereo earphones to this. So that's the only a possibility that we offer. So if you do have like a bone conduction or any sort of like headphones that have stereo sounds, you are able to make a connection of it like to that, and that's a way to help you with it. Looking at more question, there is a question about when using Aira a feature, are you able to use the free Aira tech calls like based on a location, or that offers free calls? So I think there are like two parts to that the question, and maybe sort of like Troy, you can jump in to that as well. But because on the Envision glasses there isn't a GPS, so as of now there is no possibility to share your location with an Aira agent, and because of that, any of the location-based services are at the moment like not available. Those are something that we will be working on, and they will be available soon. But as of now, a location-based option is not available. But Troy, if there is an external...
Sure, I can answer that. One of the advantages we have as a human-powered service is that the agents themselves have a lot of intelligence, and they have a lot of capability. So if you're in a location like, let's say, a Starbucks, and you make a call, you'll be able to make that call if you're a paid subscriber or if you have a 5-minute free call available. And once you're connected to that agent, you can either tell them, hey, I'm at a Starbucks, but my location isn't turned on, and they can apply the free offer. So there is a workaround, if you will, for invoking a location-based offer here in the States, United States. That's, Target, Bank of America. Up in Canada and US, there's TD Bank and airports. The list goes on. So you can call an agent, assuming you have the ability to call because you have the 5 minutes free, or as you heard, anyone who signs up or has glasses is getting 200 credit minutes. So that would also allow you to call anytime. And once you apply that offer, once the agent applies that offer, your entire call would be quote free. So it wouldn't debit your minutes. So there is a workaround for now. Of course, as Karthik said, the more convenient method is, having it automatically work, because Aira knows where you are and we can automatically apply the offer. But hopefully that's clear that you can still work around and apply location-based offers, because the agent can apply the credit directly.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think, did I answer both? I think there were two questions.
Yes, I think you did. Yeah, makes sense. All right, I'm going to start bringing in people from the audience who have raised their hands. I'm going to bring in like David New. Like David, you can unmute yourself and ask us your a question.
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yes, David, we can hear you.
Hi. Okay, first of all, I want to say I am super excited about this collaboration. I've been working with Aira since its inception, and Suman in the very beginning, and used the glasses that they originally provided. And that was a phenomenal experience. I was really disappointed when they went away. And so now I'm really thrilled, because I do have the Envision glasses and I am a subscriber to Aira, that I'll be able to utilize some of those original features that it had. I want to congratulate both companies for working together to make this happen for us. It's really great, and I thank you so much. My question is, I just downloaded the latest version of the Envision, and I wanted to know, what do I have to do with Aira in order to connect the two, the device and the app?
Sure, I can probably answer that, David. So basically, in order to start making Aira calls from the glasses, you need to link the Aira account with your Envision glasses. So if you can just like navigate to the call the category, and inside of the call a category, there is an option called the call an Aira agent. When you do a double tap on that, you will be given instructions as to what you
Okay,
need.
because I
Yeah.
just downloaded the latest update, and I went into call, and it did not say call an Aira agent. That was not one of the options.
Okay, that's odd. Are you on 1.8.0?
Well, it said the latest version.
Okay.
So let me put them on, and I'll see here. So call an ally. Am I calling an ally, or am I going
No, so if you
before I
do
call an ally?
forward, you should hear the call an Aira agent.
Okay. Oh, call an Aira agent. There it is. Okay, it's before you call an ally.
Yes.
And the thing that's great about it is that, you know, I hate bothering my friends all the time when I, you know, want directions, or if I'm picking up after my dog. It's like not the kind of thing I want to ask a friend to help me with. So that's why this is great. Okay, so is there anything I have to set up with Aira in order to make the connection final, or all I have to do is just double tap on that call an Aira agent?
No, so you do have to still link your Aira account to it. So the instructions, it will be spoken out to you as soon as you do a double tap. But in a short, you basically have to go to explorer.aira.io on a browser. So you can either do it on a desktop or on your phone, and then you need to like sign in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think if you just
It's a little complicated.
Yeah. But it's like a one-time thing. So after it's a link, so as soon as you do a double tap, it starts making the call. So you do have to, like a link your account, and the authentication step so is something that you have to do for like the first time. But after your account is linked, then you can just do a double. You can do a voice.
Will I automatically get the 200 minutes, or do I have to tell an Aira agent to add them?
You get the 200 minutes as soon as the accounts are linked. So as soon as the accounts are linked, you will have the 200 minutes that will be allocated to your account.
Okay, I have one little question I just want to add. It's kind of not related, but when I put my glasses to sleep, so they wake up automatically all the time. And it's kind of frustrating because it's always talking to me, even if I put them to sleep. So what do you recommend for that?
All right. That's very odd, because that's not the expected behavior. So once the glasses are asleep, they should not be waking up on their own. If you don't mind, if you could drop us an email to support@letsenvision.com with the details of this issue, our team can take a look at it on the back end to see if there is something odd happening, and they'll be able to offer you a resolution.
Okay, that email one more time, please.
support@letsenvision.com.
Okay, thank you so much.
No worries, David. Thank you so much for jumping on. Have a good day.
Hey, David, this is Troy. Great to hear your voice, and I'm so glad that we were able to pull this off. And I'm sharing in your excitement. The other thing to know is when linking an account, if you want to then either call an agent or Aira support, they can provide assistance as well live. Of course, there's lots of resources online, and I think I speak for both Aira and Envision that we're looking to make that sign up and linking very easy. Yeah. So I think
I'll
you'll
be
find
calling
that
as soon as this is over, for sure.
All right.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait.
Nice.
Thank you.
But I'd say everyone out there, like a lot of people have already used it, linked the account without. It's your choice if you want to have some support or just follow the instructions, but we're there to make it easy. So, if we get feedback on that linking process about how we can make it easier, we'll look to incorporate it. But I would say, as I'm just reinforcing so people know, it is a one-time setup. And so once those accounts are linked, then when you make a call, the agent obviously knows it's you, David, and not, someone else. So it's really about kind of sharing the identity with the Envision glass.
Right, right. And the idea of the stereo audio is really great because I have some hearing loss in one ear. So stereo always helps that situation. So in the future, if we can get hardware that offers that, I didn't know that you could hook up Bluetooth your AirPods to the glasses. Is that something any Aira agent can help me do as well? Or is that on the Envision website?
The instructions for that are on the Envision like website. So if you so in your like email to us, just sort of inform us that you would also need instructions for that, and we can send you a link which has instructions on how to link a Bluetooth earphones to the Envision glasses, including AirPods.
I might let me take a moment to kind of answer maybe a question that folks have, like when do I contact Envision support? When do I use an agent? Our agents and especially our care team have definitely been trained and are collaborating actively with the Envision team. As you know, the agents are very adaptable and great at kind of solving technology issues and accessibility issues. When it comes to some of the very specifics, like this question about how do I set up stereo, how would I set up the headphones or the Bluetooth audio, they would take that task on like they would take any kind of task on. They would probably start Googling and looking for that information. So they can be very efficient, whether we're talking about Envision. We take thousands and thousands of calls based on JAWS and supporting JAWS when JAWS isn't working properly. So they're very adaptable. But your first and best resource is the Envision support process. But if you want, you can try using an agent for some of these detailed, and again, they're just solving a problem with you. So hopefully that clarifies what our agents are trained to do. They're trained on the glasses in terms of basic functionality, like how an explorer would use it, but they're not experts on all of the great AI and detail about how Envision Glass works.
Okay. All right, David, thank you so much for questions, and I wish you a sort of like a happy exploring the Aira on the Envision glasses going forward.
Thank you.
Right. All right, a lot of the questions are pouring in. Let me try to tackle a few more of them from the Q&A. And Victoria asks, is the privacy a feature of Aira also available on Envision glasses? Yes, Victoria, it is possible to enable the privacy mode on the Envision glasses as well. So if you're on an Aira call, you can just do a 2-finger single tap and a double tap to confirm. Then a privacy mode is enabled, and you can then disable a privacy mode by doing a double tap. So that's something that's available. There is a question from a user who says, could like one of the presenters verbally explain in the webinar what the advantage is of using these glasses over the like a Verizon glasses that used to be available with Aira? Like what makes this product any different or like better? This might be a challenging question, but sell me the idea of why I should get these glasses. I don't have too much of a context with the with like Verizon, but I'm assuming it's the Horizon glasses. But maybe Troy you could probably answer.
Sure, yeah. So just so get everyone on the same page, and maybe for those who don't know the history of Aira, throughout the history of Aira, we deployed at least 4 different glasses / hardware in our early phases where we were, a glasses company. Ultimately, we ended that journey in 2020 when the company was restructured. And we decided that we are really just a service company and a software company, and that the management and development of hardware-related technology was not going to be in our expertise. And at that time, I hoped and prayed that someone like Envision would come along and pick up that torch, and here we are. So you're asking a very specific, so today you can't use Horizon, or there are no glasses except for Envision that work with Aira. So the Horizon glass that you're talking about was in 2019, we launched our own custom hardware, which was a pair of glasses that had a tether, had a USB-C, USB cable that connected to a Galaxy, very specific Android phone, and that was the solution. So the advantages that Envision glasses have over that solution are many. First off, you got all the built-in AI, which is pretty incredible. I think I talked about that at the beginning of the call. That alone is a very powerful tool. If you look at specifically the Aira experience, you're now talking about a wireless experience. So there's no reason to tether or to plug the Envision glass into your phone. So it's a lot more convenient in terms of just, you know, the management of the hardware, if you will. And on top of that, the Horizon glasses did not have speakers, right? Built-in speakers. And were frankly a very simple device. It was just a camera that was connected to, you know, an Android phone that we also provided you as Aira. And all the audio and other functionality would come through that device. So the Horizon glasses in particular were very simple. The Envision glasses kind of have unlimited potential because of, you know, the hardware that is powering it is a full, you know, a full device, just like an Android phone. You can, you know, obviously do a lot more things with it than you could with something like Horizon. So hopefully that answers the question. But to be clear, none of the prior glasses that Aira has or did deploy work with Aira. The only ones that work today and in the future will be, you know, what we would call a third party, but a partner like Envision is going to be the path. And so I'd encourage you to check them out.
Yeah, and I think if I can quickly add to that, Troy, I think something that Troy you alluded to that that I also wanted to highlight because it's kind of like not obvious, is the fact that when two different companies are working together, there is a lot more, I guess, progress being made. So now this is not one company working on the glasses and the services that you can access on those glasses. Now this is one company working on the glasses and the products that you get on those glasses, which go beyond Aira. And Aira is specializing on what they do really well, which is visual interpretation that we all have come to love. So the other point of having the glasses is the platform that they provide, and Aira being one really the one that I really like.
Great, thank you. I hope that answers the question of who was asking that one. There are a lot of questions about the offers, if it expires and still when they can avail it. So I would probably clarify that again. So as of now, the offers are valid till the 31st of October. So if you do wish to purchase Envision like glasses and you wish to avail a 10% off, then you need to call an Aira agent to avail that offer. And as of now, that offer is available until October 31st. It's the same with the 200 like minutes for the Envision users who would link their Aira account with these glasses. So as of now, these offers are valid till the 31st of October. We will not be able to assure you if these offers will stay after that, but as of now, they're only available till 31st of October.
Karthik, if I could add to that, yes, you can call an Aira agent, but let's say you don't even have Aira and you don't even want to start with the app. You just want to talk to someone or you want to use email. You can also engage the Aira support team. So these aren't agents; these are people that you know, you would call if you're an Aira user. You would call them to have questions about billing, or you have, you know, some troubleshooting needs that an agent can't help you with. And so you can call or contact our Aira customer care. If you remember, if you just Google, in fact, Aira support or Aira customer care, you will get to our support page, which is aira.io/contact-us. Another thing, if you want to like write down or memorize, is just simply support@aira.io. on our contact us page, there are multiple phone numbers that you can reach us by, and I should have our hours memorized, but I believe it's on something like 6 a.m. till sometime in the evening U.S. time, Pacific time. I believe it's Sunday through. I'll go look it up. Sandra, you know?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific every day.
Every day.
And
there we go.
And I'll post the email address that Troy just mentioned and the phone numbers in the chat.
Great. So there's many ways to get it, and I think it's a tremendous offer. And you know, like as Pratham was talking about, it's a really enjoyable collaboration. I have to just comment on how great it's been to work with the Envision team. It's just been a very natural and like very comfortable partnership, and I think it shows up in even today's call. So we're looking to provide as many options for you to consider, and whether you're new to Aira or new to Envision, we're there to make it easy. And you know, philosophy we have at Aira, I know that is at Envision, we're also listening very intently about how you're using it and what we could do to improve the product.
Gotcha. Before I bring on the next a panelist, there is a question about the price as well. So the cost of the Envision glasses are $2,500 so that's US dollars. So it's 2,500 US dollars. That is without the 10% off. So you get a 10% off on 2,500 US dollars when you purchase through Aira. I'm going to bring in Linda. So Linda de Kirk, if you can unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Thank you. Okay, I know about Aira, and I don't know about Envision. So can you tell me a little more about how Envision works, how the goggles work, and that whole thing?
Yeah, sure. I would be happy to. So basically, the way these smart glasses work is that there are different kind of AI functions that are built into these glasses. And those AI functions allow you to do different kinds of things. So for example, there is a function to help you like read. So with these glasses, you can take images of a document or any sort of piece of text that you would like to read, and the glasses can recognize the text and speak it out to you. There is a function to help you give a description of a scene around you. So if you just want to understand exactly sort of like what is it that you're looking at, you can take an image and they will give a description of the scene around you. There is a function to recognize a banknote. So if you're ever trying to handle a cash and you want to recognize a banknote that you're holding, there is a function that will help you to recognize a banknote. So these are like a few examples of the AI capabilities of these glasses. There is like a laundry list of a whole bunch of AI like functions that these glasses could do. So in essence, the Envision glasses are like an AI powered like smart glass that can help you to access different kinds of the visual information around you.
Karthik, I have a question on this, and forgive me if I'm misinterpreting this. If someone wanted to try out the Envision AI, could they do that on the mobile app that you produced? Does that like give them a sense of what's possible? And then are there any differences between what you can do on the mobile app versus what you can do with the glasses? Like, because that might be a way for people to experience and try out the glasses, if you will, right?
Yeah, totally. So there is a free app called the Envision app that you can download from the Play Store or the App Store, and they have very similar AI functionalities that are available on the glasses. So you can take the app for a spin to get an understanding of how our AI on the glasses work.
Well, if you're reading a document with the Envision, is there a way to say read across versus read down, like columns? Sometimes on my scanner, it will read down. So I have a bunch of dates, and then it goes over to the other column, and then it has a bunch of something else. He's like, I got to match these two up. So can you choose like read across, read down?
Yeah, so there is something called a layout detection on the glasses when you're attempting to like, read a document. So you can sort of have it enabled if you want our AI to sort of detect that your like layout of the document and read it in the correct order. So we do have a function that is able to intelligently understand what's the layout of a given document, if it has a column, if it has a table, and it is able to speak the output out in the right order.
Okay. All right. Good. Thanks.
All right, Inda. Thank you so much for your question. Then I'm going to bring in Nolan Tekparish on to ask us a question. Like Nolan, you can unmute yourself and ask us.
Hello. Thank you for allowing me to participate in the webinar today. So, as I understand, if I purchase the Envision glasses with the help of an Aira agent, will I be able to get 200 minutes free if I apply for the offer?
Yes, so if you do make a purchase of Envision glasses with an Aira agent, then you will get a 10% off on your order.
Okay.
And then once you have received the glasses, and once you link your Aira account with the glasses, then you get the 200 minutes of Aira calls that will be added to your account.
Okay. And my next question is, does the Envision software run on the Android operating system?
Yes, the underlying operating system of the glasses are Android. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just thought
right.
I would ask that, and thank you for your help today.
All right, Nolan. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You're welcome. You too.
All right, let me just take a couple of more things from the Q&A before going back to the panelists. There are a few questions about the need for like Wi-Fi, internet. So I'll try to answer them all together. So Envision glasses have both offline and online functionality. So there are there are a few functions that you can do offline. For example, stuff like instant text or finding an object. All of those are offline functionalities of Envision glasses. But we also have online like functionalities in the cases where accuracy is more important. So scan text, all of these are online functionalities. The ability to make a video call is also an like a function that's an online one. So you do need internet in order to be able to make a video call. So that is something that you would like need. So if you're at home or at work, you can connect these glasses directly to a Wi-Fi of your at home or at work. Or if you're out and about, you can make a connection of these glasses with the hotspot on your phone. So those are the different ways that you can like use these glasses to connect to an internet and to be able to use the online functionalities of the glasses. With that, let me try to bring Misty on the panel. Misty, you can unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Hi, guys. First of all, thanks for you guys' time today. It's been really informative for me and certainly for others. So I have been a long-time Aira user, never been an Envision user. So I'm considering purchasing the Envision glasses, and the addition of Aira is really motivating that purchase for me, that possibility of purchase. So a couple of questions actually related to that, more on the Envision side, if I may. The first one is, I am a low partial, and so I do use some of my remaining vision. As far as the glasses themselves, are the cameras are they like right in front of your eye, or are they located like on the frames? And are there like any lenses in front of your eye that might interfere with what remaining vision I have?
Sure. So basically the camera is on the frame. So it's on the top sort of like right side of you. So it doesn't sort of like block your like vision in any way. So there
Okay.
are different so like frames that you can order, but there's the standard titanium like frame that we offer with the glasses. They do not have any kind of like lenses on them.
Okay, good.
So it will not
Mhm.
block your vision in any
Okay.
ways. But I
Okay,
do
good.
add that there is a small screen that's allocated on the top right like corner of the frame. They don't also interfere like with the vision. It is a transparent screen that's in there, but it is not designed in a way that it will impede your existing vision in any way.
Okay, a couple more
Right.
questions. I'll try to make them brief. The second question is about the frames, more on the practical level. I have frankly a very small head, and I have to use I did have to use children's frame glasses when I had more vision. And so as far as fit, like how will I know that these are going to fit me? And after that, I have one more quick one.
Sure. That is a difficult one because we do have just sort of like one size, but
Okay.
we have found this like size to fit most heads. We also have like like school teenage kids who are using these, and they do fit different sizes head pretty well. But what you can do is with these glasses, we do offer a free 30-day return policy. So you can order them. If they don't like fit you or suit your needs in any ways, you can always return them with no questions asked, and you get a full refund.
Hey,
Okay.
Misty, if I may, for others as well. So again, Aira, initially did launch with Google Glass, and we launched with lots of other glasses. So your question is very relevant. People with narrow or small heads
Sure.
didn't fit all kinds of glasses. I would say the Google Glass was probably the best universal fit of all the glasses that we attempted over time. And obviously, with the 30-day return, it kind of makes it even easier to take a try. But I will tell you, both from the form factor and the fact that it does not have any any lenses in the front. If you're someone who has partial vision or wants to use it, I think you're going to be pretty satisfied that the ability, the form factor is good. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks. And I'll just keep these next two all at the same time again, just to keep it kind of brief. Third thing is about the waking up and sleeping factor. Is it possible to actually like have them on, the glasses on pretty much 24/7, but turn them on and off when you're not using them? And the final question is about getting a demo. You said something about getting a demo, and how would I go about getting a demo pair just to see if they would work for me before I actually consider purchasing? Thanks.
Sure. So basically, it is possible to like turn on and off the glasses as well. So you can sort of turn it off if you think you're not going to be using it for extended periods, and you want to sort of conserve the battery. You can turn the glasses off and on as well. In addition to a sleep wake, which happens automatically. The second part was about like a demo. So you can go to our like website. So that's like let'senvision.com. And there is a link to request a demo. We'll also include a link to that in a follow-up email. So there's an option to like request a demo, where you can either have a one-on-one a demonstration of these glasses, sort of like virtually with a member from the Envision team. If you do need an in-person like demonstration after that, we can put you in touch with a local distributor of ours in like region. We have like a lot of local like distributors across the world. So we'll put you in a local like distributor who can do a demonstration of you. Who can do a demonstration of the glasses to you in person. And like I always said, you always still have the option to just make a purchase of the glasses and do like a trial for 30 days. And if you don't like it, you can like return it. So you do have like 3 options for a demo of these glasses.
Okay, awesome. All right, thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Missy, thank you so much. Have a nice day.
You too.
All right. I'm going to bring in Aparna Sachdev and ask her to ask her question. Aparna, you can unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Hi. So I've got a very basic question. I'm a blind person who lives in India, and as of now I don't see any way to register for Aira. I'm not a registered member yet. I would like to be. And I'm not, because the registration process involves putting in a photo of the 5 countries that you've got listed there, which I am clearly not a citizen of. Could you tell me how to go about registering?
This is Troy. Hey, I can take that one. Yeah, today we are in those 5 countries that you mentioned, of course, because we, employ professional agents all located today in the US. Our ability to service other markets today is limited. India is a region, a country that we're considering, but at this time we don't have anything to announce. I think what we'll do is maybe link to or share with you a link to the Aira website where you can make that request, because we're at the same time looking to see where the greatest demand is, because there is a cost to us deploying in additional countries and regions. But India is one that is high on the list, in part because to the extent we can support English speakers there, which of course it's broadly embraced language. That makes our job easier because we can continue to use our US-based agents versus, and I'll just answer the other question, like other countries like, Germany, or where we don't have the language skill to support the people in the country. That definitely limits our ability to deploy. It's, there's a cost to marketing and servicing in other regions. So we want to make sure that, we're providing quality service with people speaking the native language and ideally understanding the native customs. And so that's why you'll see from an Aira perspective, we're very concentrated in very specific countries. And then at the same time, we're evaluating and expanding to other countries outside of those. So I think I told you that we don't yet support your country, but we'll provide a link. Sandra, we can go find that link and we can post it in the chat. And I would say if you Google Aira, I'll figure out what you can Google so you can get to that link as well, and I'll announce it a little bit later.
And we'll post it.
Okay.
Cool.
I've already written to you like 2 years ago.
All right, Aparna, thank you so much for your question. I hope that answers it.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to bring on Les Kriegler. Les, you can unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Okay, hi. First of all, I want to echo the sentiment and thank both companies for making the hands-free option available via the glasses. I really missed that, and it's great to have it back. I have 2 questions for you. One of the services or features that we can utilize with our phones with Aira is to be able to rate the experience we had with the agents. It's very seamless. And I'm wondering if Envision and Aira have thought about how that might be implemented when one is using the glasses, if there might be a way to automatically link to one of the apps to be able to complete that rating.
Yeah, that's a good question. It is something that's in the pipeline. So there are sort of like 4 like features that is currently available on the Aira app that's not available on the glasses that we have identified, and which we will be like working on. And being able to offer a rating is like one of them. So it is a part of like roadmap of including a rating system at the end of a call on the Envision glasses as well. We don't have a specific timeline on it yet, but it is definitely something in the roadmap that we'll be building in the short term.
Okay, great. My other question, unfortunately, I'm in a growing group of people who are blind who develop hearing loss later in life. I have a set of Bluetooth hearing aids that is paired to my iPhone, and it was done not through the Bluetooth option, but through VoiceOver. And I'm wondering, I would like to be able to pair these with the glasses. I tried briefly, I wasn't successful. I'm just wondering, number one, if anyone's done it, because it would be nice to get the audio coming more centered rather than through my right ear, especially when I'm outside. I think I'll be able to hear it better. So I'm wondering if that's an option.
Yeah. It should be an option. We do know other users of Envision glasses with hearing aids who have been able to successfully pair their hearing aids with the glasses. I don't have the details of exactly how they did it, so I can ask them, and I can share the details of that with you as soon as I have them. So if you don't mind, if you can just drop a note to support at let'senvision.com and
Sure.
just and mention it that you just spoke about this on the webinar, then we'll
Sure.
follow up on it and we'll give you a response as soon as we have one.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, Les. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. We are still getting a lot of questions, but I'm afraid we should also keep an eye on the clock as we are running over as well. But maybe I'm gonna take one final a question from the audience, and then we can call it a day. I'm going to call in Jim Hamilton. Jim, if you could unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Hello. Question. I have Envision glasses. I am not yet an Aira user. I've been thinking about it for some time. Should I connect with Aira before linking the two?
Mike, I can answer that. There's no need to. I might even have a follow-up question. What's your idea or concern? What makes you ask that question, I should say?
Well, I just wondered if you should have an Aira account before you link them to your glasses.
Yeah, there's really no need. And just so everyone knows, setting up an Aira account is free. We don't ask for a credit card. There's a lot of Aira explorers, Aira users who use Aira. They take advantage of the free 5-minute call, daily call, or they take advantage of the Aira access offers in airports. We also have a growing number of companies here in the US that provide Aira as an accommodation. Some of the bigger ones like, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Salesforce, Starbucks, and the list goes on and on. But ultimately, the answer is there's really no need. If for whatever reason you had questions, you can contact our support team and ask away. They're there for you, but I don't personally, I can't think of a reason why you would need to. There's no advantage you get, if you will. There's no extra discount. There's no, the minute you link those two accounts, your Envision Glass, let's say, and the Aira account, is the moment we deposit the 200 credit minutes into your account that already has
So if I were to call and say, I want to get connected with Aira, and then say, well, I've got these Envision glasses, can I get that linked on to my account? I would be able to do both at the same time?
You could, yes, you could. If you called the support folks at Aira, they could facilitate both of those at the same time.
All right, that's great. Thank you.
You're going to need to physically have the glasses before you can link the account.
Oh, I have them already.
All right, then yeah. So then yeah, that's what I would do.
That's great. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, Jim. Thank you for your question. Have a good day. And yeah, I think that was the last person we brought on. We have gone for quite a while, but we do know that there are still a bunch of the questions there. Please, if any of the questions have been answered in this webinar, we would encourage you to just write to us, and we will definitely answer all of them. If there are questions with a relation to Envision, you can ask us at support@let'senvision.com. If you have questions are related to Aira, they have a support deck line that you can like give a call on. We will be sending up a follow-up email after this, which will have all the details of how to contact either of us, and it'll have all the information that you need in order to access both of like services and all the offers that are tech built within. With that, I would I want to thank everybody who is on this call, starting with Parham. Appreciate you for like jumping on and sharing your experiences. Any closing like thoughts based on everything that you have like heard today?
Yeah, I think just wanted to share my excitement about what's coming on both of these platforms. I've been watching both Envision and Aira make really great progress on each of their offerings. So I'm really happy that you two have joined forces, and I'm really looking forward to more Aira features and also more of them being integrated in Envision, and also, you know, more cool stuff coming on the glasses as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Parham. I also want to thank Troy for all the collaborations that sort of both teams have been doing over the months, but also for like jumping on this webinar in this morning. Thank you. Any closing thoughts from you?
It's my absolute pleasure, Karthik. Because again, I remember being at CSUN a year or two ago, well, more than a year ago, when we talked about the potential. And I can say, like, as a partner, like, we work with a lot of different partners, but I can say that you guys have been a delight to work with. And again, this is just the beginning of a journey, like whether it's more functionality or you know, watching to see what people actually are able to do with these solutions together. I think it's just a start. And yeah, and I look forward to that. So we can tell we have a very engaged audience here. We couldn't even get through all the questions. So I can tell this is going to be a really productive partnership over time.
Gotcha. Thanks, Troy. Appreciate you being on. Vanessa, any like closing thoughts? Are we good to like wrap this up?
I've been trying to frantically answer some questions. I'm multitasking, so I'm sorry I haven't been able to get to all of them. I know Canon and I have been sharing a lot of them together. I've tried to capture as many as we can. We will be following up with an email with a lot of useful links as well, a lot of the stuff that's been mentioned today. And so just really thanks everybody for joining us today. And yeah, it's just the beginning. So I hope to speak and hear from you soon.
All right, everyone. Thank you. This would be the end of the webinar, but we'll be in touch with more updates soon. Until then, I wish you all a good day ahead and stay safe.
See you. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.